Hi, I'm Katie Couric, and welcome to Eye to Eye. Sadly, 1 in every 6 American men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. The risk is even greater for African Americans. Kelly Wallace spoke with 2 siblings who have dedicated their lives to finding a cure after losing their father to the disease.
What was your father's reaction? How did he take the diagnosis and the path that was ahead for him?
Well, I mean, I'm not really sure. I wasn't there with him. Certainly in conversations with him, it was just like, okay, we're going to deal with this. I'm going to get treatment, and we're just going to move forward with this. And, he certainly was strong. I know he was scared. I know it really affected him. It just was so unimaginable that, again, just the fact that you can feel so well and not have any symptoms and yet be, given this, new diagnosis, this new burden that you're going to have to carry. And so, it was hard on all of us. I think, like my brother, going back and looking through the books and seeing what was available. I mean, first you start with, okay, it's fine. He can be treated. He can have surgery. He'll be fine. But as everything continued to progress, it just seemed like, okay, well, surgery is not an option, so radiation, okay. What's next? What's after that? And the more we looked into it, the scarier the prospect became of what his future would really hold.
Was he reluctant ever to go to the doctor and get a checkup? I mean, he was a young man, 61, yeah. Right? I mean, that's very young.
Yes, it is, and I'm not sure it was reluctance, I think, but just inactive about doing so. I mean, I think just like many men, he felt that if I feel fine, there's no reason, if it's not broken, why go and seek a fix? So I think that was more complacency of, I'm fine, I'm feeling fine, I'm active, I'm healthy. It just kind of fell by the wayside as a priority.
When was it for you? Was it immediate? When was it really that you decided, I'm going to pursue working exclusively on prostate cancer?
It wasn't really immediate. It just really took some time to kind of, first of all, just, learn what it was all about. And then, it was really, I had, just during the time, throughout my whole entire graduate studies at that point, my focus became to look at what was going on with prostate cancer. I started attending lectures that were given around campus about it and reading more. Then, one day I just, realized, this is really what I should do. Why would I do anything else? There's so much yet to be discovered in this field. There's so many men who are becoming affected by this. Why would I go into anything else? And so that's when I kind of just, had the realization that I'm going to go into urology. I'm going to be a urologist. I'm going to treat these patients who are affected by this disease, and I'm going to do research. And from then on, there was no other choice.
How much would you say, Levi, your father's illness impacted your decision?
Well, I think it certainly was paramount. And like Isla said, I know for me, there wasn't a day where I woke up and said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be focusing on cancer instead of infectious disease. But I remember after finishing my PhD thesis, just starting to make plans for a career in cancer research. It's just sort of, that's just what happened. There was no big conversion. It was just sort of, this is what I'm going to be doing. I think it was an evolution that happened in parallel with the journey that we were taking with my father and his illness.
What is that like to be really devoting your life to researching, looking into the causes and hopefully a cure for the disease that killed your dad?
Well, I tell you, I think I've always, like my dad, I always found scientific research fascinating and enlightening and exciting. But when it was something that affected my dad, and also the way that it affected my dad, now it was something where I felt like this is why I am here, in a sense. This is why I'm getting up in the morning. And I think that has persisted even to this day.
What about for you, Isla? I mean, what is that like? It's got to be so powerful. What is that feeling like to know that you've devoted your life to something that...
Well, I think one thing about my father is that he loved life. I don't know anybody who really loved and appreciated and lived life more than he did. And, after his death, it just really made me realize just how lucky I was to have a father like that who inspired me and inspired so many others, in the way that he did. And, you know, I just really felt that I'm so lucky I should give back. And it just really made me want to give more of myself, give more, you know, of everything. So, you know, it's really great to be able to treat the people who are affected by the disease the way he was, and hopefully explain things better to them, alleviate their pain, you know, because I know what they're going through.